Hello everyone, it's Mike Lazar here, and today we're going to work on the Doxastikon for the Holy Fathers and play go forth to tone 8. So, I like this one a lot. It changes tones very frequently. So this is like tone 8 on steroids kind of. It's really nice. So, let's begin with the glory first. Glory. So, pavu ni. Ni pavu gavu pa pavu gadi to the Father and to the Son. Di gadi kedi gavu pa gavu pavu pa pavu panini, and to the Holy Spirit. Now we get to actual music. Ni pavu gadi kedi gavu. When the rank of the Holy Fathers vuga pavu gadi ke gadi di nizo kezo zoni nizo kedi di vu flocked from the ends of the inhabited world. Gadi kedi gabu gadi dizo kedi dim. They believed in one substance, di kedi gabu di gabu vu, and one nature. Vu pavu gavu pani pavu gadi vu gavu vu pani panini, of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Okay, so as of right now, most of this has been pretty normal. Just one thing here. Ha da 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 habited world. So it's been pretty basic tone 8 so far. Now we get into the fun stuff. Ni gavu pa gavu pa nizo zo kezo nizo nizo zo nizo kedi di. So, here goes the low D. So just be careful. Delivering plainly to the King the mystery. And now this goes up 5. So D to up 5 is vu. So vu. So how can we get this vu right? Well, vu, one, you can memorize the vu, or you can think of ni plus 2. So you can take your time and find vu. You don't want to just rush. You want to find it. So vu, I know this is vu, but if you don't know it's vu, you can sing up to it. So now that we know where vu is, let's continue. Vu gadi ke ga vu pa vu ga pa. Pani panini, of discoursing in theology. Gadi kenizo. Sorry. Wherefore. Gadi kezoni zo kedi gagavu gadi. Wherefore, in that we love them in faith. Gadi kega. Sorry, it's covered. Gadi kega gavu gadi gavu pa vu gavu pa pani. We beatify them, saying. And then here this goes to a high vu. So we'll get there. And then it goes to ke. So kezoni pavu, and this fermata or corona means hold. The general rule of thumb in Western music is twice the duration, but in Byzantine you could just you can hold it. I want to say 3 or 4 beats is good, well enough. So Vupanim, what a divine army. And now this is the scale thing for diatonic on Ra, meaning the kezoni zokedi. So this actually becomes ni pavura di ravupanim. So this actually becomes Ra and Ni becomes Di, which means the Zo is not flat, and I'll show you what this means. Let's do Ra di ravu pa vo di ravu panini. Listen, we don't flatten it. Ye God inspired soldiers. Now I go back to the ravu panim. So now the Ni Zo would be flat there. Di ravu pa vu pa vu ra di ra vu pa vu ra vu pa vu pa ni ni of the camp of the Lord. Now this is interesting. Let's do this one first. Di nizo ke di ye most brilliant. Now here, if the becomes ni now, that means ke becomes pa. Luminem, and that means that ke zoni pa ni zo ke. That means one zo is natural, and it's gonna sound like tone 1 here. Trojos is what they call it. So the actually ni pa ravu di ra vu pa vu di ra ravu pa ni pa lumine aris. Now we go back to diatonic. So ke actually becomes kind of diatonic scale instead of pa in the diatonic scale. In the so di ni zo ke zoni zo ke di. In the super sensuous di ke di ra vu pa. Firmament. Here, I like this section. This one, another high vu cadence. But here we go to soft chromatic here. Remember, soft chromatic is not hard chromatic. If you, the difference is hard chromatic. It's that's very wrong because that is not the right scale. That scale is the ke is not as flat and the zo is not as sharp. So it's as opposed to hard chromatic. The difference is the interval between zo and ke is smaller in soft chromatic. You don't want to make this mistake because then you're singing the scale wrong. You don't want to do that. So let's do this. Ye impregnable. And then this takes us back to diatonic. Nikezoni zo kedi nidim. Kezo kezoni zo kezoni papavu pavu pani. Towers. One more time. Towers. This is a little hard. You can just remember here. This the oligon is a whole beat. Ta ni pa pa vu pa ni hours. So the rhythm. Towers. And now let's continue. Dira dike ravu pa ravu pavu pa ni of the mystical Zion. Another Thora. This is the Thora for diatonic on pa, meaning that D becomes pa, which means that it'll be like the so the zo is flat here. It's gonna sound like tone 1 here. The ni, so the kazonim, the ni zo ni pa pa ni zo ke ni zo ke zo ke the he scented flowers. And now this one, it's gonna sound like enharmonic on zo. So zo pa ni zo ke di ravu pa. So it's ni zo. So it's gonna sound like I know it's a weird scale. Enharmonic on zo literally just means B flat major. So let's look at this. Ra zo zo ke zo ni zo ni vo pa ni zo ke zo ni pa ni zo ni pa pa ni zo ke zo of sorry. Oh, nice. I'm used to a different cadence like this, but I'll tell you what. The dice, you don't pronounce the dice. It should be da nice. So you want to put the na in there. It's not dice, na ice. It's da na ice. All right. So paradise. Now we go back to diatonic on D, tone 8. The goal, so the ni pa ni zo zo ke zo ni zo ke the golden sorry, and then we go to la ni pa ravu pa ni zo ke zo ni the golden mounts of the word. All right, now we get to the last stretch. This one is more normal. Ni vura di kezo kedi ravura di ga kedi ravuvu. The boast of Nicaea. Radike the kezo ke nizo kezo zo ni nizo zo ke the and delight of the whole universe. Radike the rabura vura gravu vura vu pa Pavu pani ni intercede ceaselessly for our souls. And that is the whole entire piece, A to Z. Now, some parts are harder than others, but you want to make sure you don't overcomplicate it. If you're having trouble with it, don't try to interpret all of these omalones and try to interpret all of the petesti like oh or the and the kenema wherever they are here. You don't have to interpret all of them. Just be simple with it. The more simple you are, the less likely you are to mess up. That's what I've noticed with Byzantine. The more complex you try to make it, the more likely you are to make a mistake. So you have to just think of it simple. Tone 1 here, tone 3 or enharmonic here, and this is just a high vol. This is tone 2 here. Again, not tone 6, tone 2. You don't want to make this mistake. And then again, another tone. I want to say this is tone 5 here. Okay, you just want to make sure you don't mess this up. All right. Again, you can listen back and hear the phrases again, thesis again if you need help with it. Other than that, I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, I would greatly appreciate if you liked and subscribed. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.